Interesting story here. Micahel Sam, of course, who became the first openly gay player drafted in the NFL in 2014. He later, of course, was cut by the Rams and the Dallas Cowboys, went to the Canadian Football League, washed out there, still trying to get back into the league. He did an interview with a British magazine called Attitude, where he said that he's actually faced more discrimination from white gays in the LGBT community than he has homophobia from African Americans. Now, of course, this is what he said, quote, "It's terrible. You want to be accepted by other people, but you don't even accept someone just because of the color of their skin. I just don't understand that at all. How are you saying that, oh, I want people to accept me because I'm gay, but I don't accept you because you're black, or because you're white, or because you're Asian?" End of quote. Now, we've covered this story here on News One Now, also on TV One's Washington Watch, the Sunday show we had before, because what you have here is you have a movement that calls itself the equality movement, yet literally practices inequality in the same movement if you're black. But not just if you're black. Jose Antonio Vargas, Pulitzer Prize winning journalist, gave a speech last year in Chicago lambasting the LGBT community for widespread discrimination. Here to discuss this, joining us on the phone.
All right, so I'm not going to even go through all the commentary that the Roland show had, because in my mind, number one, Micahel Sam's he came out being gay in order to try to boost his status in the NFL. Okay, and then they had cameras all over his house, and when he got drafted in the last round, and there's a lot of people that say there was a deal cut with the Rams and the NFL in order to draft this guy. Okay, so that when he got drafted, what does he do? He jumps up and grabs his white boyfriend and makes a spectacle out of himself. So now that he goes to the Rams, they cut him. Then the Cowboys, and the Cowboys had a need for a rusher when they picked him up from the after the Rams cut him and put him on their taxi squad. And as bad as they needed a rusher, which he supposedly is, they ended up cutting him. Then he goes to the Canadian Football League, and he couldn't make it there. So now he goes over to England and does this particular article. Well, guess what? You're getting your moment. And I'm not going to say what kind of moment, but for those of you that know Harvey, you know what kind of moment he got. So my problem is, these guys, when they are what they are, have no problem with them, have family members that are in that particular persuasion, got no problem with it. But when they turn around and start siding with the white gay people against their own people, and they go hog wild, and after they get used, they get kicked to the curb. Well, hell, I ain't got no love for that. So as far as I'm concerned, Micahel Sam's, God bless you. I wish you well. I hope you can get on with your life. But for you to now to complain that you're seeing more racism against you in the LGBT community versus homophobia from the black community, well, hell, we already knew that. Black people pretty much are more accepting of the LGBT community than anybody else. But again, you turn around and want to run to the white man for acceptance. The hell with that. Just get acceptance from your own and just move on. Anyway, that's my commentary on this one.